talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Conventional Center. It's got enough room for all of us. The Lord's 54th annual Passover. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now, it's that time again. Commander General Yohana's putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us at the Sheridan in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the convention center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait till the last minute to get your room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time.
John, Los Angeles.
Okay. All right. Test the 1 2. Test the 1 2. Can I get a 1 in the chat? That everybody can hear me clearly. The water. Let's check this. Check, check. 1 2.
You got deaf.
All right, that's all good.
Okay.
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 We got that. All right. So, Salaki for that. This is Priest and Officer of 500, Corataza out of Yonkers, New York. This is the ISUPK, start off from 1 West 125th Street under Commander Junior Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. They are the chosen people of this Bible. Let's clap it up for the Lord. This is Tuesday, so Tuesday is Brotherhood and Sisterhood class. Let's clap it up for the Brotherhood and the Sisterhood. And since 1969, ISUPK have been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. They are God's chosen people. We are the people of, of the Bible. Our Christian church, our Catholic church, our Muslim, whatever factor that's out there, people don't, people don't teach you about this Bible. People don't teach you who you are according to this Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we learned this Bible from you know what I'm saying, from these, you know what I'm saying, from the people who's over our necks. From the, you know what I'm saying, from these people who came to our land and conquered us. For these people who put us in slavery. You know what I'm saying? For these people have been killing our mothers and fathers, our grandmothers, our grandfathers, our ancestry, trying to, you know what I'm saying, stop our ancestry into a ground of dirt. Now we're following these people. Now we, you know what I'm saying? Now we're wearing these people's name, these strangers' name. You know what I'm saying? These murderers' name, these rapists' name. That's what we're doing. And now we justify, now we have been beat down so much, we justify having a name. Having a name. We love that. We justify following a culture. We justify, you know what I'm saying, identifying with them. Because it's coming from a destroyed nation of people. There's no reason for two different nations have exactly the same name. Two different nations. Why another nation of people, totally different towards another nation of people, have the same name? The same, you know what I'm saying? The same vowels, the same, you know what I'm saying, writing system. All of it is the same. All of it is the same. And there was one nation of people have gave those names to those different nation of people. Now we're walking around loving that, immersed in that, and you know what I'm saying, prideful, because it been murdering, you know what I'm saying, who we are, been taken from us. You know what I'm saying, been taken from us by force. Now we love the rapists. We love getting raped. It feels so good. Oh, you're gonna pay me that money? Rape me. That's what we speaking now, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Oh, Christmas is coming up. Rape me. Thanksgiving is coming up. Rape me. 4th of July coming up. Oh, yes, I know I wasn't there, but rape me. I know I was in slavery in 1776. Yes, but now you can rape me willingly. That's us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. A broken nation, a broken people. That's what we are. You know what I'm saying? We justify the rape. Now we're going to say it's okay. It's all good. That's who I am. I got money. I'm taking care of my family. This is how we justify, because we are destroyed. What they say, sir? They took the shackles off our wrists. You know what I'm saying? They took the shackles on our wrists. Now the shackles is on our mind because we on automatic pilot. The slave had been beat down. We done broke that buck. Now that buck gonna go along to get along. And we got so many, you know what I'm saying, big bucks that's in the, you know what I'm saying, in the sports entertainment. They have been broken. One brother tried to stand up for police brutality, and all those other broken bucks just put their head face down and say, no, I'm not down with that. I'm just gonna go in the back and get raped. I'm gonna play this football. What happened to us? Where is our spine, black Hispanics and Native American Indians? You know, guess where our spine's at? In our oppressors' hands. And it's not our fault. It's not our fault. Well, it is our fault, but you know what I'm saying? Because we want to do what we want to do and be, you know what I'm saying, and be stiff-necked and want to follow behind other nations. We are blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We are God's chosen people. We are the people of this Bible. But you have other nation of people talking about they are the people of the Bible. And you just nothing but a black man. You just nothing but a Hispanic man. You're nothing but a native Indian man. I'm not the. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not the people of the Bible. How dare you say that? How dare you say? And this is how destroyed we are. This is how we destroy you are. How dare you tell me that I'm God's chosen people and none else? How dare you tell me, you know what I'm saying? I am a special, you know what I'm saying? My nation is a special people and none else. How dare you tell me this? I'm nothing but a so-called black man. I'm nothing but a so-called Hispanic man. I'm nothing but a so-called Native Indian man. How are you going to tell me that? You know what I'm saying? I'm these people of this Bible? No, I got money. No, I got money. I'm not going to hear you. I'm going to say what I have to say. Even though you trying to reason with me. You try to talk to me. But we have been so in a defensive mode that we fight against everything. Even though a brother from Isupk trying to talk to you. Try to have some understanding. But we've been fighting so long. Because we done forgot. You know what I'm saying? Have been taken from us. And by us forgetting, now we put on, you know what I'm saying, our oppressor's clothes. Now we walking around with our oppressor. With his name, with his laws, with his culture, the way that he look at the world, the way he get dressed in the morning, the way his philosophy. This is what we do. You got to realize we are a different nation of people from the people who came to this land and colonized it and killed our brothers and sisters, the so-called Native American Indians. We with the slave master now. That's my culture now. That's my culture now. And that's the way that we look at it. But Salakia, sir, can I get Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 7? Let me get there first, sir. Salakia.
32 verse what?
7, sir. And this is for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Because we wanna do what our slave master do. We want to follow the philosophy of our slave master. This is how we get down right now. It got so good that we would get mad at a person who changed their name. You know what I'm saying? Who's starting to understand? Yeah, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? That our history was taken from us, and we got beat. You know what I'm saying? We got beaten into somebody else's culture, and we wearing another culture name. You know what? Let me change that, and the person would get mad at you because you changed it. Just like a homeborn slave. 32 and 7. I
got it when you're ready.
Slave. All right, I'm almost there. All right, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Come. 32 and 7.
Can we Salaki Baba, sir? If I may, can you say the book, sir?
Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 7.
The water, sir.
Remember the days of old.
Say that again, sir.
Remember the days of old.
No, I don't want to remember the days of old. You know what I'm saying? That was back then. Go on, sir.
Remember the days of old.
That's what Moses is teaching his brothers and sisters.
Right.
Moses, our brother, he's being brotherly. He had a brotherhood class. He had a brotherhood class. And he was telling the brothers and sisters that just came out of slavery, remember the days of old. Remember when this was happening to us. Remember who did it to us. Remember, you know what I'm saying? We try to remember who we are. Try to remember who we are. Taking away those Egyptian names. We're not going to wear those Egyptian names anymore because we're not Egyptians. We're not going to do that. We got to remember, brothers and sisters, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. We got to remember you a Judite. You know what I'm saying? You're an Ephraimite. You from, you know what I'm saying? From Naphtali. You're Naphtaliite. That's who you are. Read on, sir.
Come. Remember the days of old, Consider the years of many generations.
Say that again. The what?
Remember the days of old.
Go on.
Consider the years of many
So
generations.
we have to consider the years of many generations. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, this day we have been robbed from who we are so long. We've been kicked in the face so long. We learned helplessness. So what? That was in the past. It's 2022. It's 2023. It's 2000. It's 2099. I mean, it's 1999. It's 1989. It's 1980. That was back then. It's 19. You know we was saying it back then. What you talking about? All that stuff. You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? All that nationalism. What you talking about? All that blackness, all that Hispanicness, all that native, so-called native Indianness. Why are you talking about that? It's 1935. We were saying it back then, and we saying it now. And we have brothers and sisters that's in the Isupk telling our brothers and sisters, remember the days of old. Why your name is Rogers? Why your name is Hernandez? Why your name is Jerry? You know what I'm saying? Jerry Woodbone. Why? You don't look like Jerry Woodbone that came off those boats. You don't look like him. Your ancestors fought against them. Fought against the Hernandez. Fought against the Kings. You know what I'm saying? Fought against the Easterlands. Fought against them. You don't look, you know what I'm saying? You're not related to the queen who just died. Are you related to her? Remember the days of old. That's what Isupk says. Right. There's no reason to fight again. We're just telling you to remember the days of old. Why are you calling who you are? What is your name? Oh, that's the same name of you know what I'm saying? The person who got their foot on your back. That sounds like it to them. A destroyed, you know what I'm saying? We are a destroyed nation because we got pride now. This is my country. You didn't fight for it. You didn't murder, rape, and steal. When did your manifest destiny came about? I guess you was at the table that day. I guess your ancestors was at the table, you know what I'm saying, doing manifest destiny. Say, we're going to slaughter these beautiful people that's nice.
Please.
We're going to slaughter them. I guess you was at the table. You're walking around so prideful that you are, you know what I'm saying, so-called Black American. I guess you love that history. You love that. To this day, you know there's Native American Indians, you know they're alive. To this day, they're still saying, we the people of this land, not them. They got to remind people of this stuff. Can you start from the top, so Salaki?
Con, you good. Remember the days of old.
That's what black Hispanics, so-called blacks, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native American Indians. We have to remember the days of old. We have to remember this, because this is letting you know where we come from. This is what Moses was telling his brothers and sisters. This is where you come from. We got to remember the days of old. Go on, sir.
Remember the days of old.
Go on, sir.
Consider the years of many generations.
We got to consider the years of many generations, because we've been in this country, what, 400 years, 500 years, 600 years? We've been fighting with this beast for so long, while this beast is murdering us, raping us, giving, you know what I'm saying, giving us their name, branding in their names on our backs.
Well, so if I may, I don't know if I can apply it sort of as an analogy, but it just, however, reminds me. That's like, it's reminding me Back to the Future. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's literally how I'm thinking the movie. In the movie, you know how you had the character, damn it, I forget the character. But I know the Biff is the bad guy. McFly, right?
Yeah, McFly.
He's going into the future because Biff takes the almanac. So he's going into the future to prevent just bullying his own father. This is this is so crazy though he becomes a billionaire in the future.
Mm-hmm.
This is so crazy because it's just telling you like how you saying back into the future. It's like this man wasn't nice in the past. This man still a devil in the past. He's a devil in the future.
Exactly.
You gotta remember the old days. McFly remembers I'm gonna be in the future so I can stop this.
Exactly, because he remember who he is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was always that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This dude didn't get up overnight and say, hey, yo, we done raped and raped and raped
right.
and murder and murder and murder and still and molested and took and taken and taken, you know what I'm saying? And lied and lied and lied to these people. To these people. And you know what? I'm going to recompense for that. I'm going to make it up.
Yeah.
I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to fix what we did I'm trying to make it better now. You know what I'm saying? What my nation of people did in the past, because we know whatever happened in the past, it's the results is all in the future. A lot of people don't realize that. Whatever happens in the past, the results are in the future.
Right.
You know what I mean? In the future. Hence, my name is King. Why is my name is King? Why is my last name is King? Why my name, you know what I'm saying? Why my name is Aaron? Why the hell is my name is Aaron? For what? I'm a totally different nation of people from the people who call, you know what I'm saying, who names is Aaron and Kings and Johnson and Washington. George Washington. Why there's, you know what I'm saying, so-called black people named Washington? Why is that?
Right.
These people didn't get up and say, yo, you know what? They even wearing our names. But you got to think about the, you know what I'm saying, they're such manipulators. They're such deceivers. You know what I'm saying? They're such perverted bastards. You understand? In their mind state, you got to think about this. Think about this. Another nation of people calling themselves your name. How bold is that? And you know the history of this country. We got them to this point. We got them to the point that if another brother of their kind say, yo, remember the days of old. Remember those generations. Remember those people who branded their names on your back. Remember that. We got it to the point that those people would fight for the people who was branding their names on your back. They fighting for them now. They became, you know what I'm saying? They became your enemies now. What it says, what it say? Just because I tell you the truth, now I'm your enemy. That's where that comes from. You know what I mean? Just because I tell you the truth, tell you don't forget about this, tell you remember the days of old. You know what I'm saying? Tell you remember what they did in the past and what's developing in the future, where we live right now. Got it to the point that you would say it's 2022, it's 2023. You know, dudes were saying that back in the 50s, right? We could pull it up. Oh no, it's not the 40s anymore. It's the 50s.
Right.
You know what they was doing in the 50s? They was lynching and killing brothers.
Right.
They're not doing that now. It's not as big now. You know, there wasn't no blacks back then in the 50s. There's no blacks in the 50s. You know that, right? Does anybody know there's no black? Was there blacks in the 50s? Anybody who's out there in the chat? Was there any black people in the 50s? Let me know. Was there any so-called black people in the 50s? Let me know. Any so-called black people in the 50s? I just need to know that. Was there? So, is there anybody answering? Was there any?
Sir. Well, no, nobody answered.
All right. So for time's sake, hell no, there wasn't no black people in the 50s. There was no black peoples in the 40s. You understand that? There was no black people there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Calling somebody black, you would get knocked out.
Right.
It was Negroes back then. Coloreds back then. It wasn't no black people.
Right.
If you call somebody black, they would murder you. They would murder you. Literally, they would murder you on the spot.
Right.
Because you called them black. You know what I'm saying? We called them black. They were murdered because that's a derogatory statement. Also, derogatory was color and Negro. That was from our slave master. And to this day, if this, you know what I'm saying, if people wasn't, you know what I'm saying, out, and this is from our slave master, you know what I'm saying, the people who's over us, because you know he named his pets. He named his pets.
Right.
Any so-called, you know what I'm saying, any so-called black, you know what I'm saying, black American, any so-called Hispanic American, any so-called, you know what I'm saying, Native Indian. If you call yourself a Native Indian, you're a pet.
Right.
Because that's what our oppressor did. He named his pets. Oh, you're Native Indian. You are Indian. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, what are we going to name him? Oh, we're going to name him. You know what I'm saying? Because we named his grandfather Color. You know what I'm saying? We had that pet. You know what I mean? And I was so, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My father loved that name. My father loved Color. My father loved Color. You know what I mean? He loved it. So we're gonna change it up a little bit, you know. So Daddy, what we gonna call our pet? We're gonna call him Negro. We're gonna call him Negro. Come here, Negro. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. You know what I'm saying? Come here, Negro. Yeah, look at that Negro. He got on a suit. Look at that Negro. He got on a suit. What? Oh, yeah. I see how I told him. I told him, you know what I'm saying, I told him to protect me.
Right.
I told him to protect me. I taught my pet to protect me. You know what I'm saying? I told him to protect me. Oh yeah, I'm going to put him in the army. I'm going to put my pet in the army. I'm going to teach him how to shoot a gun. My pet. It's my pet, my Negro. You know what I'm saying? All his friends come around. Yo, what's your pet name? Oh, that's Negroes. That's the Negroes. That's my pet. That's my pet right there. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now, you know, some time going along or whatever. Yo, what we gonna name these pets? Cause you know what I'm saying? He died. You know what I'm saying? Negro died. We buried him in the back, in the backyard. Right. You know what I'm saying? With color. You know what I'm saying? With color. You know what I'm saying? With color. And we buried Negro in the back, and we loved Negro. We loved him. We loved him so much. But we got a new, you know what I'm saying? We went to the store, we went to the pet store and got a new pet. What are we gonna call this pet? Oh, we're gonna call him Black. No, we're gonna call him Afro-American. We're gonna call him Afro-American. Come here, Afro-American. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna teach you how to shoot this gun and go to war for me. Come here, boy. Oh man. Oh man. He's getting so old. You know, he's getting so old. We got to bury him in the back. You know, and that's what our oppressor did. You have a question?
Oh no, I was not.
Oh, all right. So can you so for Isupk, you know what I'm saying? We teach our people to remember the days of old, because everything that happened in the past is the results when you live right now. It's the results when you live right now. So that's what we teach our brothers and sisters, to remember the days of old, to remember, we ain't even supposed to be fighting against each other. Why are we fighting against each other? Why are we not ironing out our differences amongst each other? We got to remember our laws. We got to remember our statutes, our commandments. We got to remember how special we are, how special your brother are. We got to remember how to forgive each other. We got to remember how to listen to each other. We got to remember that. That's what Moses is teaching. Can you read on, sir?
John, consider the years of many generations.
Oh, we got to consider those years of many generations that we were stuck in captivity. We got to remember that. We got to remember the generations. You know what I'm saying? We got to remember our past, because we just came from slavery. We just came from beat down. We are a troubled people. We got to remember that we are a special people. We are God's chosen people. We are the 12 tribes of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. That's the so-called Native American Indians. That's what we are. We gotta remember that. Read on, sir.
Ask thy father.
As what?
Ask thy father.
Oh man, we have to ask our Father. What happened there? Who put this, you know what I'm saying? Who put this mark on your face, Father? Who gave you the, why is your name Johnson, Father? Why is your name Johnson? You know what I'm saying? Why your name, you know what I'm saying, name Ortiz. Why your name is Ortiz? Where did that name come from? Why our name is Ortiz? We're not Spaniards. We Tainos. We from over here. Now that, you know what I'm saying? Why it's not making no sense, Father? And the Father will break it down. This is the reason why. Read on, sir.
Con, and he will show thee.
He will do what?
Show thee.
Oh, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you something. The reason why we wear this name. The reason why my grandfather wear this name, and now I know better now. I wear the name Parataza, Banya Hawada, Banya Sha'ala. I wear that name now. But I'm going to tell you why my grandfather had the name Ortiz. I know better now. You know what I'm saying? I know better now. And I remember the days of old. Read on, sir.
Con, and thy elders, and they will tell thee.
And in thy elders, and they will tell us. Our elders, this is in the Isupk. This is what we telling our people who's, you know what I'm saying, who's running around think they the other nations. You know what I'm saying? Justifying the other nations' culture. Justifying how the other nations get down, the other nations' philosophy. That's what we're doing. We teaching our people how to listen to each other. We teaching them about brotherhood. There's nobody on the block, you know what I'm saying? There's nobody, you know what I'm saying, out there that know anything about brotherhood and sisterhood. There's no code of context. There's no code, you know what I'm saying? There's no moral compass. There's no moral compass to teach you how to become a brother. They don't have it out there. They're just living and surviving. You know what I mean? They're just living and surviving. This is what we doing. There's no something that would check you to make sure that you're doing things that you're supposed to be doing, even though you don't want to goddamn do it. Even though you don't want to do it. The reason why you be doing it, because we fear the Most High God. Right.
I think also, I don't think this is pretty much that people put religion over culture. So sometimes some people might not be able to open. Being that we are in the brotherhood class, you see it's saying that you gotta show. So some people might go by, oh, he's younger than me, though I'm his uncle. So you sometimes you can't apply. So what, you wearing a cross? Do you even know where that comes from? Like it's like hard to imply that because in their mind it's going against what they wear. So sometimes the name, okay, maybe you can't break down the name and say, why are you wearing that? Like you go straight to what's visual to say, and they might not be open to even listen to the point where, well, you're getting corrected on culture because their ancestors wear a damn cross. That's what, I mean, pretty much you gotta add the 2 and 2 as you go. And if you're not open, then they thinking this is because he's a different religion. Well, you just celebrated a damn New Year's that had nothing to do with Christ. So how you put Christ with that? How you put Christmas with Christ? Sometimes they might not be able to listen just on their own, mindset.
The reason why they don't want to listen, because it's the same reason why they get upset because you change your name.
Right.
They get upset. They get upset because it have them look at something like, because now is forcing them to say, I have to look at the past.
Right.
I know this happened in the past. I know this is the reason why I got this name, but I don't want to see it because I have to be better.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ignorance is bliss.
Right.
Ignorance is bliss. You know what they say, if you know better, you do better. Not these days.
Right.
I'm gonna turn a blind eye.
Right.
Because you forcing me to do something that I don't want to do now. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. It's hard to me. It's hard, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to hear you. Even though you try to reason with me and be brotherly with me. It's hard. Because I grew up this way. But I know that's not an excuse. You see the bipolarness happen?
Right.
I know that's wrong. I know that's wrong. I know that's wrong.
Right.
I know what I'm doing and the stuff that I'm trying to justify that's right, I know that is wrong. Because I don't want my daughter to do that.
Right.
That's the catch.
Right.
I don't want my daughter to grow up like that. I don't want my daughter to grow up like that. But what you say, I want my daughter to grow up like that. But I don't want to say it because I've been destroyed. I've been destroyed, and it forced me to be better than who I am now. I'm already thinking I'm better. I've been living this lie all my life. How dare you come to me and tell me 2 + 2 is 4? How dare you come to me and say 2 + 2 is 4? I've been saying that. I've been saying 2 + 2 is 89 for years. I've been saying that for years. And you're just going to make it simple? You put 2 fingers up. You put 2 fingers here and 2 fingers here. And you count 1, 2, 3, 4. And you say, yo, 2 + 2 is 4. Yes, I'm going to fight you because I've been saying 2 + 2 is 89 for years.
Right.
And that's what happens. You telling me to remember this? You telling me to remember the past? You know what I mean? You telling me, you know what I mean? You telling me to remember what another nation of people did to me, did to my people? I got money. I got money. I take care of my family. I do business with these people. I answered to the names that they branded on my back. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. They're not over me. I'm stronger than him. Some little weakling. I'm stronger than him. And then again, your name is still Johnson. Then again, you still celebrate Christmas and Thanksgivings and birthdays. Just like the person that you think that you could beat up. Because guess what? If something happened, guess who you're going to rely on? The person that you think that you could beat up.
Right.
You're going to rely on him. Because you have nothing. Look at it. It should be obvious. Look at the pictures on the money. This is your country, but look at the pictures on the money. This is the country that your forefathers, you know what I'm saying, your forefathers, you know what I'm saying, grew up in, and they came off of slave boats. This is your country. Look at the money. Look at the money. Was you at the table? Was you at the table when they started printing up the money and said, yo, we're going to put these faces on these monies? Was you at the table? Was your nation of people at the table? You can't, you know what I'm saying? We have to stop faking ourselves out and look for what it is. I remember, you know what I'm saying? My pop said, look at things are not how you want them to be. You want it to be juices and berries. It's not juices and berries. It's not juices and berries. This is what it is. And when somebody break it down to you and say 2 + 2 is 4, that's what it is. You want it to be 89. It's not 89. It's 4. And you've been living a lie. But I, you know what I'm saying? But the the priests in Isupk have been teaching our brothers how to, because we don't know how to. You know what I'm saying? Our brothers and sisters do not know how to go to another brother or sister to say, I have differences with you. Can we iron out our differences? Yo, can we talk? We don't know how to say that. We don't know how to say that. We think. And when we do talk, we insult each other. Okay, let's come to the table. Let's talk. What is, you know what I'm saying? What is the situation? No, this and that. You're barking on it. I thought y'all wanted to talk, to iron out differences. Because we don't know how. Because you know why we don't know how? Because we want to follow behind another nation of people. Other people, you know what I'm saying? People that's in the world. We never been taught that, how to iron out our differences. How, you know what I'm saying? How to forgive a brother, how to forgive a sister. We don't know how to, because we follow our own philosophy. We follow our slave master philosophy and not following the law, statutes, and commandments. This is something that, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to like it, but you're going to have to do it. Because you know why? You know why we do it? Because we fear the Most High God. We fear Him. That's who we fear. So we have to say, excuse me, brother, can I talk to you for a second? Yo, you know what I'm saying? What happened, you know what I'm saying, about a couple of days ago, kind of, you know what I'm saying, rubbed me the wrong way, and I would like to address you about that. Can we talk about that? And I sit down and discuss it. The other brother say, yo, you know what? I apologize for that. That wasn't cool. I have no excuses. My brotherhood with you, my relationship with you, in spite, I don't even know you, but I want to make sure that we don't have no differences at all. I apologize. I apologize, and I will make sure if any type of way that we do cross again, it's never going to happen again. Because, you know what I'm saying, me becoming your brother is more important than me. That's my job. It's more important than me. I want to become your brother. That's what I want to do. And this is the scripture that we're going to pull the scripture. Let me get Matthew's chapter 18, verse 15. Because this is in brothers and sisters. This is what we have not been taught, because we want to follow behind our slave master. We want to follow behind sun dodgers. We want to follow behind snow roaches. We want to follow behind them. So remember last week we pull up that video of the brother. He talking about, well, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us don't know how to come to the table and talk out our differences. He's dead now. He's gone. And he said that. He said it. We don't know how to talk about our differences. Then a brother killed a family member. Then another brother killed another family member. Then it just perpetually just go along. Listen to what he said. He didn't say, you know what I'm saying? He said, yo, we don't know how to. Because you know why? Because we know you have to be taught to do that. You don't know how. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we don't know how to come to each other, to come to the table. We don't. We don't know how to do it, how to talk. Because there's no moral compass where we come from. There's no code of conduct where we come from. We just coming by our slave master philosophy. That's what we're doing. So what you would do if you think a brother trespass against you, and I'm saying this, you know what I'm saying, to the chat. If a brother, you know what I'm saying, if a brother stepped on your shoes or did you something kind of dirty, and you want to talk about it, what will you do? How will you do it? And I'm talking about ordinary brothers and sisters from the block. How will you do it? How? You know what I'm saying? He's from Whitney Young and the other dude from Warburton. How? You know what I'm saying? You got one from Morningside on Lake, and you got another brother, you know what I'm saying, that's on Lawrence. How will you iron out those differences? How? Anybody from the block? Anybody from the street? How will you iron out those differences? How will you do it? Are you obligated to do it? Are you obligated to do it? And the answer is, you are God's chosen people. You are obligated to do it, but you have to be taught how to do it. And that's what that's the priest of Isupk. That's what we've been teaching since 1969, to hear the issue of, you know what I'm saying, of a brother or a sister that may or may not trespass against you. That's why you come, you know what I'm saying? That's why you go to isupk.com, scroll down, and look for the schools close to you, and we will teach you that. We will teach you that. A prime example would just show you the brotherhood, the sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? To show you, you know what I'm saying, there's law, statutes, and commandments in practice. Come to what is that? The 54 Passover, sir?
Con.
The 54 Isupk 54 Passover in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh.
North Carolina, on April 1st. All blacks, Hispanics, and so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native American Indians, you know what I'm saying, across the world are invited to the Passover, and just sit back and watch and look at brothers and sisters and see our moral compass according to the law, statute, commandments. How we get down. A lot of people think it's fake. You know, a lot of people think that. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's gonna be somebody going to backstab you. That were people who was fighting on their life by backstabbers. Because you know why? Because they backstabbers.
Right.
Right.
There might be people from the outside that might think, oh, it's going to be Mexican days, black people. They're going to be a fight machete.
And shout out to the Isupk. I will be hanging hard body 1 West with the Isupk. I'm just saying out there. Hebrew Academy 2022. I'm hanging. I'm trying to hang with them. Oh man. Ooh wee. That's what I'm saying. Ooh wee. Once I hear I'm hanging. I'm trying to roll. Shout out to priest and officer Yashikar. I'm looking for you. You know what I'm saying? It's a height requirement to hang with us. So I'm gonna let you know. It's a lot here, sir. Right? Bob, I'm looking for you. It's a lot here, sir. You know what I'm saying? Priest and officer Bob in Cali. I'm looking for you. But this is, you know what I'm saying? This is what brotherhood and sisterhood is. Because we learn how to become a brother. We learn how to become, you know what I'm saying, a father. I said we learn because we know that who we are. We remember the days of old. We remember what the elders was, you know what I'm saying, our elders were saying to us. You know what I'm saying, our mothers and fathers, and we remember this. We remember who our enemy. We remember who's not our enemy. Because I still want to know, have any so-called black keeping our so-called Mexican, are we stopping them from coming into the country? So where's the beef coming from? Do so-called blacks oppress the so-called Mexicans? I just want to know that. Did we set up a system to oppress the Mexicans? I still want to know that.
Right.
I get, you know what I'm saying? What so-called blacks enslaved the Mexicans? I want to know, did we enslave the Mexicans? Native American Indian? Did we enslave the so-called Hispanic? Did we do that? Did the Mexicans do it to us? I still want to know. You know what I mean? I still want to know where this contention comes from. You know what I mean? Where this beef come from? Because it was never no beef. We all knew like him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? La Blanco, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm telling you, it's local. You know? That's how you get down. That's what he is. And he's killed all day long. There's no better killer than the snow roaches. There's no better killer than it. He lived off of that to deceive. You know what I'm saying? He lived to kill, to murder. You know what I'm saying? If you see two snow roaches arguing, they're arguing about who's going to take control of this planet. That's the argument is about.
Right.
Who's going to take control of the planet, and what philosophy would you be under?
Right.
And blacks, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native American Indians, we are God's chosen people. Can you I need you to read real quick, Barbara Kashar. Can you pull up Matthews 18 and 15? Matthews 18 and 15. Because this is for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. This is the brotherhood class, and not only with sisterhood. You know what I mean? And pose your questions. Do we know how to iron out differences? Because according to the Bible, you know what I'm saying, what is our Constitution? The Most High God taught us this. He taught us this. Moses taught us this. Because we just came from a treacherous place, a very bad place. And we walk around with Egyptian names on our backs.
Right.
You know, we don't know who we are. We want to go back because they got bread. You know what I mean? They got nice, you know what I'm saying, fluffy bread with some olive oil. You dip a little bread in olive oil. You know what I'm saying? They got some avocados. You know what I mean? It's popping over there. You know what I'm saying? Make some guacamole. You know what I'm saying? They got all of it, all the good stuff. But now we have to learn how to love each other. Now we have to, you know what I'm saying? Now we have to compromise with each other. Now we have to say, my fault. I apologize. The beef stopped right here. No more fighting. We have to rely on each other now.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Can you read that if you have it?
Matthews 18 verse 15.
Uh-huh.
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee.
Now what colors is those words right there?
In red.
They in red. So that means, you know, Yahushua talking. You know, it's talking. You know what I'm saying? The word known as Jesus, but this is Yahushua. He's talking. He's talking to the brothers and sisters that don't know how to find out our differences. They don't know how. And we're being taught how to, but guess what? He's retorting us because we already know this. But we've been following our own philosophy so long, we want to do our own thing. This is in the old scriptures. So he's just recanting, you know what I'm saying, what we forgot. What we forgot. Read on. Moreover,
if thy brother shall trespass against thee.
If thy brother do what?
Trespass against thee.
If our brother do what?
Trespass against thee.
What do trespass mean? Now, what do trespass mean, brothers and sisters? If thy brother shall trespass against thee. So I'm not only talking about males, I'm also talking about female. I'm talking about mothers and fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. I'm talking about that. What is a trespass? What is a trespass? Think about how it sounds. Think about how it sounds. If somebody trespass on your property, you know what I mean? If you was in a club and somebody trespassed against you, how do that sound?
So like disrespectful. I'm gonna give you. Can I give you your term of violent? He's violated.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, use the block because we talking to the block.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like he violated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it depending on, you know, what type of violation, but nevertheless, it's something that you're not comfortable with.
No.
You know what I mean? So is a brother or sister trespass against you? You know what I'm saying?
And go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Go and do what?
Tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
You go do what first?
Tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Go against you. You know what I'm saying? Only against you. You would do what first?
Go and tell him his fault.
You go and tell him your fault. You leave and you go to him. You yourself. Just you. Go by yourself. Not with your homies. Not with your homegirls. You know what I'm saying? Not not running. You know what I'm saying? Not us running our mouths on the phone talking about, yo, I'm going over there and see what's up. You know what I mean?
Right.
No. If I have his number, he's getting a call.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I could get in contact with him, you know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? This is the internet age and so on and so forth. This is the information age, so on and so forth. You could just say, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, brother, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what I'm saying? I want, if possible, maybe you could get in contact with me because I want to talk to you. You could say that over the internet. Nobody don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk to a brother, yo, get in contact with me, blah, blah, blah. This, you know what I'm saying? This is my email address, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? This is what people do all the time. Not, you know what I'm saying? Not iron out everybody's differences on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got access to a brother. Especially when you got access to a brother.
And one thing, it's really funny to me, like, how do I say it? It's the whole thing about, I don't understand how brothers don't, like, understand the internet, like, is snitching. Like, no snitching, but tell your business on the internet makes you cool. But snitching in any form is out. You can't make a statement. You can't do none of that. But you tell your dirty deeds on the internet, that's out. Like, and it's like, part of it is, I understand they get a lot of our brothers real early so they can't tell the next generation. But you have stupid entertainers like Drake and I think Meek Mill or somebody like that, or is it Drake and 21 Savage, made a song about Ricos. Like, y'all don't realize that your brother's stupidity can really destroy you. And it's like, yeah, they don't. That's the system. But it's like, y'all really that, like, how do I say it? We publicize our evil, like, for no reason. You understand what I mean? Like, it's just.
Of course I do. And this is going on with what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because I always talk about the block.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because this is what we do on the block because we don't know better. You know what I'm saying? We know flashing. You know what I'm saying? We know, you know what I'm saying? We know talking loud.
Right.
But the thing is also, I know back then, you have to be on the block to see it. Now, you know what I'm saying? We fast forward to this era, everything's taped.
Nah, but my thing about it is that you, like, okay, I'm not from that era, because this is my era, but, like, I understood your era to be more, you got the 8-ball, you got the latest Jordans, you got the Pele, you have materialistic things. You're good, right? That's your symbol. You don't have to. The cat who's in the streets is not waving his gun. I'm in the streets. These idiots are really on Facebook. I'm in the streets, like waving guns. I'm like, you have the idiot Takashi literally on live saying, I got 10K to deal with this person, talking about orchestrating a murder on the internet. Like, and it's like, y'all, like,
you know what?
If I may, you from the beeper to the phone to the.
I'm still from the 80s.
Yeah, but that's what
the cell phone, for the first big cell phone.
Yeah, kind of too. Like, my thing about it is, all of this was done though, so we couldn't be caught. So we could try to, like, not. These cats today have no semblance of. It's just, you can see it's really a plot. Like, this isn't, like, how do I say it? This is somebody, these are people who are not taught how to play this game right.
And what you're saying is so hard, Body One West. And also, to talk about, because the internet became their counselor.
Forget about it.
Their counselor, you know? And remember, when it's like, I think it's in Proverbs, when there's no counsel, the people fall.
Right.
That's exactly what. And now they became their own counselor. They became their own counselor, airing out things that don't have to be aired out. They don't have to. But this is what people, you know what I'm saying? There's no people say, yo, sit down. So what's wrong with you? There's no more none of that anymore. So there's no counsel, and like I said, the internet is their counsel. Remember, people look down on their phones all day, every day.
Right.
You be on the bus, you know what I'm saying, and people online, you can say this. When you're on a bus or in a public area, you're looking at people who are looking down at their phone. Just be the person. Just look at other people, and guarantee you will see a lot of people just looking down at their phone,
Right.
or have their phone in their hand, like the phone going to run away from them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I still don't understand about texting. You know what I mean? I know I got a text, but I still don't understand. Like, why don't you just call? You got the phone in your hand.
Bro.
You know what I mean? You got a phone in your hand. Why you just call? But I understand this is the type of error sloppers.
If I may, just to give a personal, not to sound too worldly, but going back into the like you dropping, like me personally, I understand when you're talking about texting. Like in the world, I had a friend who used to do evil things and he used to tell people to text him. I'm like, you mean leave an electronic, what's it called, of what I need, how much it costs probably, and where I'm gonna meet you to do this exchange. I'm like, no, nigga, what you need? Yeah, I'm coming to this place. I'd rather the recording than the text message. Like you could get. That's not me. That just sound like me on my phone. My lawyer's gonna argue that over the text message. Like, nah, I take the choice that my phone is bugged and you listening over no.
So like you said, that's all right. But then this goes along with what we're talking about. Our brothers and sisters do not know how to talk to each other. Same when we played that video the other day. And it's plenty that's going on right now. A lot of brothers don't know how to come together. And guess what? And these brothers that, you know what I'm saying, there's brothers out there that know how to get in contact with that brother. Know how. You don't have to you don't have to do no internet stuff. You don't got to do none of that stuff. You can pick up your phone and call that person or get in contact with that person. You have the means to do so. But we're getting caught up, and this is skipping through generations. What I'm saying is, even people who I grew up with doing this stuff. But the thing is, even back then or now, we still never was taught how to iron out our differences, how to go to him and him alone and talk. Because we don't know how to go to him and him alone, and I'm going to get you. We don't know how to go to him and him alone, and we don't know how to talk to express ourselves how this person trespass. We don't know how to do it. We just know how to fight. Because from what the sun dodgers taught us, snow roaches taught us how to, you know what I'm saying, resolve our differences. Kill. Talk, you know what I'm saying, talk mess. Do all of this. Everybody yelling, but nobody's talking about a solution. You understand? Yeah, what's your question?
I was gonna say that I went so far. Like, oh yeah, I was the brother. Like, there's some brothers that like they're just, from what I see, they're just sensitive. They're too sensitive. Like when you say like the cat say he got violated, we know what from my era would be like stepping on the shoes. You know, that's too far. You know, you just came to the block and I ain't seen you since high school, which is a couple of months apart. And last time I seen you, you was going out with a girl I like. You see, things like that, you grew up with that. And that's hate. And that's like you start seeing this cat you see all the time too. It's like this man lived like a block away. You know the same people. You don't have to call. I mean, I remember that from my era. You wasn't calling people like or texting people like people doing today. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like I remember my first cell phone. No cap. It's the cell phone that you remember the couple. There's like 4 or 5 numbers. Boop, boop, directly you speak with somebody.
Like,
And I remember when I was seeing somebody, if you were seeing somebody in that era, that's the person you had the problem with. You know, he's not in social media across the world. They're like, yo, that got to get dealt with that at that moment. So he stepped on you? Nah, we can't have that. Because that's the thing back then. It's like you move the same people. Now it's like you step on somebody's shoes, gun in the hand. What? You saying what's up sometimes to somebody. You just saluting him. He's already in the wrong body. Damn, that's oppression to me. Sound like oppression, like, I mean, I'm just saying hi. Like, you happen to be here in the building, which I know you might be in the wrong, you know, type of business, right? But yeah. I'm just saying hi, because I don't know. They're already in that mood where they just trying to get there.
Right. And that's stress. You understand that? That's stress. That's your adrenal system always. Right. You know what I'm saying? Always moving. That's bad. That's stress. Right. I always got to, you know what I'm saying? I always got to have my guard up. I always got to, you know what I'm saying? I always got to look towards the evil. You know what I mean? You're taking my kindness for weakness. This kingdom philosophy, and I said it in the past. You're taking my kindness for weakness. You know what I'm saying? I give a person an inch, they take a yard. You know, no good deed going unpunished. That's nuts.
Right. We out of here.
You know what I mean? This is the philosophy of this nation. Right. You know what I'm saying? And this is but for blacks and so-called Hispanic, so-called Native American Indians, we are God's chosen people. We are the 12 tribes of Israel, and we have a constitution. This Bible is our constitution. This Bible is showing us how to not always be always think evil towards our brother. He's only saying hi. Right. He only asking, so what's the time? You gotta be on your piece of accused about if a brother asks you the time. We all know how that went down. That's a brother trying to test you. Why are we getting tested? Why are we testing one another? Nobody's going to test, you know what I'm saying? Test a so-called oppressor. The other nation, but we getting tested because we can only test our own kind because we are good. We are already beat down. You know what I'm saying? We already. You know what I'm saying? We are the weak. We already weak. We both in the same depression. We both don't got no money. And I'm going to rob you for your 2 cents. So now I got 4 cents. This is what this, you know what I'm saying, this kingdom did. This is what you know what I'm saying, this is what us being stiff-necked doing. Now when a brother come to you and said, yo, I didn't feel what you done, you know what I'm saying, what you done last week. Kind of rubbed me the wrong way. You would take offense to that.
Right.
We would take offense to that. And why would we take offense? You're the one who did the dirt. How you want to take the offense? You're the one who did the dirt. How you taking offense to that? And the brother just only coming to you respectfully and just letting you know what's up so it don't be contention between the both of y'all. And guess what? It's not out in the public. It's not online. It's not out in the, you know what I'm saying, in this public area. It's just the two of y'all, because if something come public, everybody got their own opinion, and everybody, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things going on. So you got a person who want to front in front of people, and then that put the other person on a defense, who the person that's just trying to talk. So that's the reason why, you know what I'm saying, the men that's in Isupk that teaching our brothers and sisters, even though a private situation became public, we could just say, hey, brother, here go my number, call me. Stick to that. If it's in a public situation, you was like, yo, your brother, you know what I'm saying, listen up. I don't think that we should be talking right here because it's public. I'd rather for you, you know what I'm saying, for us to talk in private. Here go, you know what I'm saying, here go my email. Here go, this is what you could get in contact with me, and we could figure this out just by ourselves, and we could talk over this. It don't have to be in the public. There's no reason for this to be in the public. There's no reason for your business or our business to be out in the public. Now you know where I stand now. Now, if that person want to keep on talking, let them keep on talking. I was the one to say, yo, let's just figure this out together, and we be, you know what I'm saying, we be reasonable towards each other, just you and I. My thing is that I apologize for whatever, you know what I'm saying. It had to come this way, but we could talk to, you know what I'm saying, we could talk further about it and see if those differences could be completely erased. Just you and I talking. That's it. That's how we do it, because we follow the law, statute, commandments. That's what we do. We follow the law, statute, commandments. Our job is to make sure my brother won't walk away still offended. I know my brother is sick, who's bringing our business out in the streets. He's sick. He's sick. You know what I mean? He's sick. It's for me to help him out. And the law, statute, commandments is the medicine. So can you read that from the top off the screen?
Okay.
So this is when a brother trespassing against another brother made offense towards another brother, and that brother who got trespassed against, he's going to him and speaking to him. We don't, sir.
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee and go
shall a brother trespass against you? We don't.
Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
So just go to him, try to get some information about him. You know what I'm saying? If you do go to a public space, just say, hey, yo, fam, you know what I'm saying? This is blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody make emails all the time. If you can contact me on the email, I would like to talk to you. People do it all the goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? They want to do songs together. They want somebody to, you know what I'm saying, do their video. They get in contact with that person. They do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? People got means of communication all the time. This is the communication age anyway. Information age anyway. You don't have to put no dirt out in the streets. You don't got to put no dirt out on social media. You don't got to do this. You don't got to put your guns out or whatever and all that. You don't got to do it. And we're teaching you this from the Isupk. Go to him and him alone. Read on, sir.
Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
So go and tell him his fault. Go and tell him that you apologize of your fault. You see how that works? I was thinking on this, and I apologize that I said this to you. If you did something wrong, apologize to him. This is how you do it. You can repent for the sins that you're doing. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? And that's the sickness of blacks, Hispanic, so-called blacks, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native American Indian, the 12 tribes of Israel. That's our trauma. We're too busy sweeping our trauma underneath the carpet and holding on grudges and think out of sight, out of mind. But meanwhile, we cannot get out our front door because there's so much dirt underneath the carpet. We can't open up the door. It's bumping up with all, you know what I'm saying? Bumping up with all the dirtness that we swept underneath the carpet. Because we never went to him and him alone. We never said, I'm sorry. Because we don't know how to do it. But this is how we, you know what I'm saying? And according to the scriptures, this is what we're supposed to be doing. This is our laws to do this. This is Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? Our example of how to do this law. Read on, sir.
Come. If he shall hear thee.
He shall do what?
Hear thee.
Oh, so if I go to my brother, I tell him, if you trespass against me, and he shall hear thee. And then what do that mean if he shall hear thee? If anybody in the chat, what do that mean if he shall hear thee? What do that mean? If I go to that brother and I explain to him, you know what I'm saying, about the trespass, I explain to him about, you know what I'm saying, some type of conflict that we have that I feel that he done to me, and he's listened to everything that I'm saying. So if he heard what I said, what do that mean if he hear thee? Anybody online?
Give him a second.
Yeah, I know, yeah, because it's like, so I can't pick you because I already know that you know. Because this is your Hawashai talk.
Sister, if Yashwam said if he is listening to you, or Imani Hamilton, the sister said if he takes accountability, she asked rather, if he takes accountability and apologizes. She's saying, is that the answer?
And that's the answer.
Right.
That's the answer. What's your sister's name?
Imani Hamilton.
Imani Hamilton. That's exactly right there. If you take accountability and apologize, that's the listening. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know what listening is. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, you go to the brother and you say, yo, you know what I'm saying, I'm not, you know, I wasn't digging what you said or what you've done. I'm not feeling that at all. You know what I mean? This is it, and I'm coming to you to let you know. And if that brother said, oh, yo, you know what, you know what I'm saying, I apologize, you know what I'm saying, I had a, you know what I'm saying, I had a bad day, you know what I'm saying, and I was, you know what I'm saying, I had a lot of things on my mind, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, the slavery is messing with me and a lot of things, and my car got jammed up, but you know what I'm saying, I'm sorry, yo, he ain't hear nothing that you said. He ain't hear anything, because he's talking about himself now. He's giving himself an excuse by him doing that. Go ahead, sir.
And also the brothers, it's also you apologize and nigga, you go to the man and the brother gives you scriptures. That's not hearing you. Like sometimes, like you gotta understand what we have here is bigger than your goddamn self. Sometimes you could be right to pull a scripture and be wrong to pull that very same scripture. Like meaning the scripture you put, yeah, what you did was righteous in the terms of you have that right to do whatever. Like you tell that the man comes to you and says, oh, I don't like that you did this or did that. I may be a man over you and I have the right to dictate that to you, even if it shorts you in some way. But at the end of the day, your brother was offended, and in that offense, it separates the brotherhood. Like you have to understand, I want this brotherhood to last so long. I don't even accept your sacrifice until you go handle whatever beef you have with your brother. Then you can come back and give me your sacrifice. So it's like it's bigger than yourself. So hearing the brother isn't, well, Corinthians such and such or Deuteronomy such and such or this in the law says I'm allowed to do this to you. So it's right, brother. Right? And you didn't hear me. I was offended. My bad, brother. I apologize. And even a lot of times don't even give an explanation. My bad, and understand, don't move that way again. Because you could end up offending a brother. And even in terms of like not even just brothers, just the truth in general, even with your rib, like sometimes you might have to look at him and be like, let me not beat over the head with a goddamn scripture and just, all right, you know what I mean?
No, I'm gone.
Right.
Yeah. Give it up for that, exactly. Because you don't want to get to the point, and that's what Aaron was saying. You don't want to get to the point, now you're talking about yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? You get to the point now you're talking about, you forgot everything what the brother just said to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? What the brother said, because it's about the brother, it's not about yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, you know what I'm saying? Now you're doing this, you're going around, doing the way about, and you said, and you apologize about on the slide.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
Conversation is end up being about you,
right.
Which is the brother who brought the defense.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's exactly what I'm talking about. So now we're talking about the brothers and sisters who's on the block. Right. You know what I'm saying? Who's on the block? Because there's a lot of brothers and sisters don't know how to take the apology. There's a lot of brothers and sisters do not know how to take, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, that somebody offended them, but they so used to getting offended, you know what I'm saying, getting offended, and they don't know how to take the apology from the person who offended them.
Right.
It got to that point for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians. It got to that point. So they normalized their offense. They normalized that. So, because you know what I mean? And this scripture is so heavy because I seen it and it had been done to me. It had been done to me. A person did not know how to take the apology. They don't, because they so used to getting offended.
What do you mean take the apology?
They don't know how to take the apology. What I'm saying is that I went up to the person and I was like, oh, you know what? I apologize. You know, and this is the majority of the time. Some people know how to, like, you know, you say, yo, you know what I mean? How to stand it, but very rare. But I apologize, you know what I'm saying? I apologize to a person. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It was my fault. I should have never did it like that. And I apologize for that. And I'm making sure that would never happen again.
That's right.
Oh, no, it's all right. It's all right. You know, no, you don't have to say that. Everything's cool. They do that.
Right.
They do, you know what I mean? They do that. They, I know, you know what I'm saying? I know, it's all. And they didn't know how to take it. And I'm talking about it happens, this happened a lot. You know what I mean? This happened a lot. I went to another brother, yo, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? At the moment, you know what I'm saying, it was whack, and I was like, no, everything was fine, and they just walk away. They don't know how to take apology because they're so used to it getting offended. You know what I mean? Because they don't know how to, because they probably never did.
Right.
You know what I mean? They probably never did. Oh, no. They mean like out of sight, out of mind, or I don't want to acknowledge that. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to acknowledge that. You put the blinders on. Right. I want, everything's cool, everything's fine, blah, 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 blah. And you know what I'm saying? And go back into an abusive relationship. You see what I'm saying? Go back into an abusive relationship. What?
Not to like it. They do that, and I'm pretty sure it's because they've done it to other people. So they're not willing to, when they, you know what I'm saying, when it's done to them, it's like a chain reaction.
Yeah, it's like a chain, yeah, exactly. So we don't even know how to take something, you know, they take awareness of somebody coming to them to say, I apologize, you know what I'm saying, my fault, and I'm making sure that won't happen again. Our people have been, you know what I'm saying, our people, blacks, Hispanics, Native American, we have been destroyed. Because we don't even know how to confront the offense, and we don't know how to, you know what I'm saying, confront the person who offended you, say I apologize.
Ooh.
And that's one of the issues that, you know what I'm saying, that blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians have, because we are God's chosen people. And this is the brotherhood and the sisterhood class. We're teaching our brothers and sisters how to talk to one another once again. You know what I'm saying? How be in the moment at the time of an offense. How not, you know what I'm saying, not putting our differences out on the block or out in the streets or
That's
out
right.
on social media.
Right.
So not to do that. How to learn how to call. Learn how to call. Teach us how to call and how to get in contact with that person that you know what I'm saying, that probably, you know what I'm saying, made offense towards you.
Right.
Can you read that again, sir?
Khan, Salakia. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Go to him alone. There's nobody, you know what I'm saying, there's nobody around. Just go to him alone. You know what I'm saying? You stand up like a man, you stand up like a woman, and you go to that person, you know what I'm saying, by your goddamn self. With no influencers. Nobody in the background. Nobody chit-chat and say, nah, man, I would do like this, look. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, that's how a fight starts. Then somebody throws the chair. You know what I mean? Then the chair's being, you know what I'm saying, being thrown. And boom, everybody blows up. Can you read on, sir?
Right. If he shall hear thee.
He shall do what?
Hear thee.
Oh, if he shall hear you. And we said Amani?
Huh?
Amani will answer that question?
Yeah, Khan.
Yeah. Say, if the brother or sister hear you, which means like, oh man, yes. Yeah, that was whack that I did. You know what I mean?
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? You right about that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was whack. What can I do to fix this?
Right.
What can I do to fix this situation? Oh, just saying, you know what I'm saying? Just say I apologize. Oh, I apologize for that. Now make sure that this won't happen. How can I do, you know what I'm saying? How can I fix this situation? What? Give you $1? All right, I'll give you $1. Happens like that sometimes.
Scripture says, if you offend a man, give him your garment and your coat.
Come. You know what I mean?
So go above and beyond.
Go
Meaning,
above and beyond. How can I make this better between you and I? Because
right.
you and I having a relationship is bigger than, you know what I'm saying? Than you know what I'm saying? Than you being.
Like
I don't want you to be upset around me.
right.
Feel, you know what I'm saying? Have a certain tension when you walk through the door and when we in the class together.
Right.
Why? The uncomfortability.
Right.
That we could say something slick out of our mouth towards each other.
Right.
No. The love, you know what I'm saying? The love for the Most High God is bigger. You know what I'm saying? The love for my brother is bigger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is bigger. What can I do to make it better?
Right.
So we don't walk, you know what I'm saying? So we don't walk on the street with conflict.
Right.
Oh, that? No doubt. If this is what I have to do, so be it. And guess what? And guess what's better than this? It's just only you and I talking. It's only you and I talking. Ain't nobody in the background. Ain't nobody throwing in 2 cents in. There's nobody doing that. Because everybody in the background is talebearers. You know what I mean? Everybody in the background don't have a code of conduct. Everybody in the background have not been taught, because everybody in the background, you know what I'm saying, following the philosophy of our oppressor. Everybody in the background need therapy. Everybody in the background need counsel. And I'm only talking to Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Everybody in the background would, you know what I'm saying? This is what people in the background would do. If 2 brothers is talking about our differences in public, the people in the background will wait until we shoot each other. Then they go, you know what I'm saying? Then they go, you know what I'm saying, date our wives. That's what they do. That's what they would do. Or take our packs and sell our drugs. Or take our corner. You understand what I'm saying? This is the mind state. Let them fight amongst each other, then I could take it, you know what I'm saying? I could take the spot and I could sell more drugs. This is our mind states, because we've been destroyed. But you know what I'm saying? Go to him and him alone, and if he shall hear you, what happens, sir?
Thou hast gained thy brother.
Thou hast what?
Gained thy brother.
Blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians. If we do this, if we go to him and him alone and iron out our differences, what would happen, sir?
Thou hast gained thy brother.
Oh man, we would gain our brother. We would gain our sister. We would gain that. We would gain him, because we did things decently, in order, and in righteousness. Because the Bible taught us how to do it. The men, you know what I'm saying? The men that teach us the Bible, the men who's over us, teach us this, how to do it. Now, who taught Blacks and Hispanics, name? Who taught us this? Have this been in the streets? I have heard about it. Yo, don't talk to me about him. You know what I'm saying? You go to him. Yeah, people said that in the street, but a lot of people got killed. Because people, once that happened, people didn't know how to talk to that brother, how to talk to that sister. Because that brother and sister was on guard. So there wasn't no gaining no brother. There wasn't no gaining no sister. It was more gangs. It was more fighting. Now my mother is fighting her mother. Now my sister is fighting her sister. That's what happens. Because there's no council to teach our people how to do this. There's no people that they could go to show what words to use. There's no moral compass to understand that this is my brother I'm going to, so I don't got no malice against my brother. I just want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want us to both agree that 2 + 2 is 4, and we could go on with our lives.
It's kind of,
And
nah, it's not like 15.
it's not what?
15.
Oh man.
Come on.
Oh, sloppers. So, if I may, you know what I'm saying, because it's going to be, I just want to end off with this scripture right here. I just want to end off with this scripture right here. But it could be done. We could go, you know what I'm saying, we can make a change. We can iron out our, you know what I'm saying, our differences. And we could do that. But this is exactly what we have to do. Go to Ephesians 4 and 22. Go to Ephesians 4 and 22. Oh, matter of fact, Salaki, sir. No, just go to Philippians chapter 3, verse 13. Philippians chapter 3, verse 13. If you have it, you can read it, sir.
John, there's Philippians, hold on, 3 and 14, 13. Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended.
So this is Brother Paul talking to his brothers in Philippians. Go on.
But this one thing I do.
This is what?
This one thing I do.
This is one thing that Brother Paul do. Read on.
Forgetting those things which are behind.
Is it doing what?
Forgetting those things which are behind.
The Blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians. We need to forgive. You know what I'm saying? Forget the things that we have done in the past. You know what I'm saying? All the dirt that we've done in the past. We can repent for that. We can change ourselves for that. Read on, sir.
And reaching forth unto those things which are before.
Oh, I'm gonna reach forward. You know what I'm saying? And reach forward and let them brothers know that I want to iron out my differences with you. You know what I'm saying? I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to look to, you know what I'm saying? I want to look toward the future to say there's no more beef with you. The fight, the killing stops now. The killing stops now. I'm not looking back. That was the old. I'm looking towards the future, what I can take. And I'm going to start the foundation now to say, I'm not going to kill, even though you killed my sister. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to do it. It stops now. I'm going to show, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to show great restraint. I'm going to show brotherhood. I'm going to show that I love the Most High God. I'm going to show my brother, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to show that you know what I'm saying? I love the Most High God and I love you to forgive you. And that's my time. I'm preaching off of Yonkers, New York. You know what I'm saying? And since 1969, the Isupk have been teaching the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that they could get to the point that we could stop the killing, the murdering of each other. And it can start now. No more looking towards the back. You know what I'm saying? Looking towards what we have done. We can look towards the things that we're doing right now. And we can iron out our differences using the law, statute, commandments, and coming back to the Bible. And you know what I'm saying? We have food drives, you know what I'm saying? We have prison programs, you know what I'm saying? We right now the Passover is coming up. Purim, you know what I'm saying? We got Purim in February, the Passover. Get your Passover fees in. $200 for anybody who's over 17. You know what I'm saying? Get those Passover fees in. We're going to have a good time for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. There will be brotherhood. There will be sisterhood. There will be things that brothers that's in the world will never see. That will never see. Come to Raleigh, North Carolina. Raleigh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Raleigh, Raleigh, North Carolina. And just look for yourself. Just look for yourself to see when Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, when we come together, when we realize who we are and not follow these snow roaches culture, the things that we could do. The things that we could do. That's my time. I'll pass the class over to Preaching Officer Abadi.
Clap it up. Let's end it off.